My name's Brian Wilson. I'm the co-founder and director of operations and training at CrossFit Walter Reed. It started as a very impromptu thing. No formality, no gear beyond what we could find, no space beyond what we could scrounge. And that turned into this, which is a fully functional CrossFit gym that trains dozens of guys every week who are patients here at Walter Reed. We only cater to injured athletes. We'll let folks that are supporting those patients directly come as well. But our primary mission is just trying to get these guys who are banged up, who are rehabbing from injury, kind of getting back into fitness and feeling 100% again. I was a Marine for 6 years, from 2000 to 2006. Fortunate, came out with all 10 fingers and 10 toes, so felt lucky. And guys that maybe weren't that lucky, being able to work with them and help them out in a very kind of one-on-one situation or a small group setting. I mean, that's huge.
Round one, you're gonna do 10 deadlifts. You're gonna do as many kettlebell swings as you can in the remainder of that 2 minutes. Next, you're gonna do rest a minute. You're gonna do 10 deadlifts, and then you're gonna do as many burpees as you can in a minute. Sergeant Michael is a burpee maestro.
The nature of the fight right now with IEDs and indirect, and especially what Walter Reed specifically is going to focus on, is that treating that amputee, Marine. And so, we see a ton of below the knee amputees, above the knee amputees, bilateral amputees. All these guys present such a unique and differing challenge as a coach and as coaches, and they're all doing the same workout. And that's a testament to how CrossFit has laid out the kind of fundamentals of training, right? The fundamentals of training are infinite scalability. Everybody should be able to do this. The fundamentals of training is moving, a large object a long distance in a short time. And so, we take these concepts of CrossFit, we just apply them, just like you'd apply them to somebody with 10 fingers and 10 toes. But, having those concepts kind of embedded and having experienced coaches that have the background to understand it and apply it to different populations, it's just a great fit.
I was in the military, and then I have 2 brothers in the Marine Corps and a brother in the Army, so it holds close to home for me. I think it's a social event on top of helping them get back into the shape that they were before they got hurt, and giving them that positive reinforcement that you need. When you get wounded, you can sit and get sedentary, especially when you don't know what to do with yourself. But if you have people who can work with you, or just willing to show you things and stuff about life and fitness and how it can work for you, I think it helps a lot, especially because the community is so open and we love them. Everybody's ready to help and do their part.
The biggest thing, I think, is not just the exercise, but that social aspect. And you come around here, you're under a certain amount of duress with a group. It feels like what you're used to. You're taking these guys who are 19, 20, 21-year-old guys, right? They were mostly infantry folks, trained to close with and destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver. And then they're on their backs, with their leg missing or their arm missing or something like that. And that's a blow to the ego as much as it is to the body. And so to get these guys back in here, get them throwing weights around, get them doing stuff that they couldn't even do before they were injured, they get that swagger back. They start to remember what it was like to be 19, 20-year-old kid who thought they were invincible, who could do a lot of things. And to see him get that confidence back, to see him to get that edge back, I mean, it's huge.
Jake Hill, I'm a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. Right now I'm a patient. First time I stepped in an IED. Second time I got bashed in the head. So it's not like I can't do anything. It's just a lot of modifications. You make a lot of friends that have a lot of similar ideas to yourself.
I got injured during a field exercise and ended up with compartment syndrome in my leg, so I can't pull my foot up anymore. As a result, I just wear this brace and can do pretty much everything I could do before. I think CrossFit Walter Reed is great. It's a good way to do something difficult and as a team, and it builds that sense of camaraderie that I think a lot of people will sort of lose here, because I think that's one of the biggest, emotional losses, is that you feel like you're no longer part of something. And the Wounded Warrior Battalion for the Marines does a great job of bringing us back into that, and so does CrossFit Walter Reed.
The idea of CrossFit, you know, setting up in a garage and just kind of building from there, you know, this is a very authentic outgrowth of that. You know, like you look around and it's just plywood on the walls and shower board from Home Depot. There's no bathroom in here. It's bare bones, but it's also everything you need. CrossFit headquarters donated all the gear. There's $25,000 worth of gear in here. And they saw it as something that they wanted to get behind. It's obviously hugely appreciated by us because, you know, we got a lot of guys that come in here and they want to do CrossFit because it better prepares them for what they're trying to do, which is stay in the Marine Corps, stay in the Army. They know how to modify what they need to modify, but they're not modifying much. You know, these guys they're getting after it, and they're proving that they can, you know, not only excel within their own kind of amputee population or injured vet population, but can compete with, you know, able-bodied athletes too. We just get guys in here and we get the business.